The planes never arrive. The bombs never fall. Pearl Harbor wakes up to an ordinary morning, and the war continues without America. By late 1941, Japan is desperate.
The embargo forces our hand. We must act. The oil reserves are critical. We cannot delay. The plan is ready. We strike now.
On December 7, 1941, the world changed in 2 hours. Planes appeared over Pearl Harbor. Bombs fell. Ships burned. America entered World War II.
Mr. Vice President, Mr. Speaker, members of the Senate, might be in war of Richard Japan.
That is the history we know, but history is fragile, and sometimes everything depends on a decision made in silence, because in another timeline, the planes never arrive, the bombs never fall, Pearl Harbor wakes up to an ordinary morning, and the war continues without America. By late 1941, Japan is desperate.
The embargo forces our hand. We must act. The oil reserves are critical. We cannot delay. The plan is ready. We strike now.
Its empire is growing. Its army is deep in China. Its ambitions stretch across Asia. But Japan has a problem it cannot solve. Oil. Japan has almost none. Its navy, its air force, its entire war machine depends on imported fuel, and America controls that fuel. In response to Japan's expansion, the United States cuts off oil exports. Suddenly, Japan is running out of time. Every ship, every plane, every tank, all depend on fuel that will soon be gone. Japan faces two choices: retreat or gamble everything. In real history, Japan chooses the gamble. Attack Pearl Harbor. Destroy the American Pacific Fleet. Buy time. Expand south. Secure oil. Hope America loses the will to fight. It is a desperate plan, and it works.
Our positions are holding, but the real challenge remains.
At first, but it also awakens something far more dangerous: American resolve. Not out of mercy, out of fear. Japanese leaders understand something terrifying. America is not weak. America is slow. But if awakened fully, America could become unstoppable. So Japan chooses patience. It does not strike Pearl Harbor. It avoids provoking the United States directly. Instead, Japan turns south quietly, toward oil-rich territories controlled by weaker powers, the Dutch East Indies, British Malaya, places that cannot resist alone. Japan expands carefully, avoiding America, avoiding war with the sleeping giant. In Washington, tension grows.
Advanced across the Central Pacific. Their intent is clear. We must respond with caution.
American leaders see Japan expanding, but there is no attack.
Their advance is accelerating. We must assess our options. Agreed. Restraint is key, but we cannot ignore this.
No Pearl Harbor, no burning ships, no dead sailors. And without that shock, America remains divided. Some demand intervention.
Stop the Nazis now! Savior, we hats! Isolationism is suicide!
Others demand peace. Isolation remains powerful. America watches the war, but does not enter it. Britain is already exhausted. Now Japan threatens its empire. British forces in Asia are weak, underfunded, underprepared. Japan strikes British colonies, and Britain cannot stop it. Without America, there is no immediate rescue. The empire begins to crack. Japan captures oil fields. Fuel flows again. Its navy strengthens. Its air power expands. Japan becomes self-sufficient. Its greatest weakness disappears, and with it, its greatest fear. Japan is no longer desperate. It is confident. In Europe, Germany notices something important.
Draw to the Dnieper.
That would expose the southern flank, General.
America is still neutral. No American troops arrive. No massive industrial flood begins. Britain remains isolated. The Soviet Union fights alone in the east. Germany faces fewer enemies, and time favors Germany. Without American aid, the Soviet Union suffers more. Less equipment, less food, less support. Every battle costs more. Every victory feels temporary. The Red Army survives, but barely. The margin shrinks. Danger grows. America was not just another country. It was a factory, a massive engine of production. Planes, ships. Without Pearl Harbor, that engine stays quiet, not completely silent, but restrained. And that changes everything. Without America fully engaged, the war slows. Germany advances further. Japan strengthens its defenses. Britain weakens gradually. Victory becomes uncertain. The war becomes a test of endurance. And endurance has limits.
Without the Americans, our position is untenable. Their absence, shift strain is becoming critical.
Allies feel abandoned. Enemies feel encouraged. Hope weakens. Fear spreads because America represented more than power. It represented inevitability. Without America, nothing feels inevitable anymore. In real history, Pearl Harbor unified America instantly. Anger erased division. War became unavoidable. In this timeline, that moment never comes. America never unifies completely, and hesitation changes history. Japan succeeds in avoiding America, but success creates a trap. Japan builds an empire it cannot easily defend forever. Distance, resistance, logistics. The empire grows too large, and large empires crack slowly. Years pass. Fighting continues, but slower, more uncertain. The war becomes endless. No clear turning point, no decisive collapse. Just survival. Eventually, America may still enter the war, but later, and that delay costs millions more lives. Cities burn longer. Nations suffer deeper. History bends toward a darker outcome. Japan avoided Pearl Harbor to avoid waking a giant, and for a time it worked. America stayed out. Japan grew stronger. The war lasted longer. The world suffered more, because sometimes the most dangerous attack is the one that never happens. History isn't fixed, it's fragile. And sometimes, silence changes everything.